Somebody needs you, and that's how it starts. Someone believes you'll come through. You're scared, so what? I bet you've got a possible hero in you. It's more than courage or just being strong. Those things are easy to do. Have faith, take heart. He's kind, he's smart. That possible hero in you.
Hello there, and welcome back to Naruto D&D Making Waves, a 5e adventure. I am joined, as always. You know who I am. I'm not gonna introduce myself as the DM this time. You can probably guess. I'm joined, as always, by one of my very audacious, avaricious players, the bearer of the Seal of Greed, and the medic of the team, Ava Rice Pickled Dill, the level 3 medic nin legendary sucker.
Yet for some reason, last session, I did more harm than healing to my teammates.
Also, let me revise that. The level 3 pending. We have the lieutenant of the crew, a child of the land of the sky, and the you had an end story last time that revealed a lot. I think a lot of people are gonna want to give Hikari a hug on this one, but it's Hikari Kesho Rune Scribble, the level 3 pending tactical strategist intel operative ninja.
I'm not having a good time right now.
It might not be better on this one. We'll see how things go. And last, but as always, not least, the little quick-legged, nerdy, non-stop ninja boy with the bingo book, who is not from the land of fornication under consent of the king. His name is Nanimo Junbai, the Storybuster, the level 3 pending Void Walker Hunterman.
Let's do this. Let's get some trading done.
Okay. What happened last time? Who's recapping?
I believe I'm recapping this time. So,
You
Last
do a
time.
good job.
I'll do my best.
We'll fail like you guys did last time. Yeah, explain what happened last time.
Last time, on Naruto 5e Making Waves, we finally made it to the border of the land of Udon, whereupon we were confronted by bandits who interrupted our very nice tea party. We tried to talk to them, they weren't having it. So, we did what ninja do, lied through our teeth and doubled back to kill them later. They had foreseen this, and so were waiting for us in the swamp. They dragged us into the water and tried to hold us down. However, thanks to some teamwork, we were able to start doing some serious damage to the bandits. Unfortunately, that just prompted their bosses to step in, with one of those bosses, who we very nearly beat, deciding to use one of the party, I won't say who, as a weapon against other members of the party, knocking said party member out. Fuck you, Walrus. Hopefully that's still within the time.
I think you're good.
Excellent.
The time's gonna be wonky because the song actually goes before the recap in the introduction, which we did. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. The listeners won't actually have context for because I manipulate their reality like I'm Itachi.
The magic of editing.
As waking up to our reality, we made, or the smarter members of our team, made the call to book it, to swallow this loss, and escape with our lives. Though, as we fled, one among our number, one Nanimo Junbai, caught sight of something very interesting up in the trees. As a result, we made camp somewhere, licking our wounds, which, for one among us, one Hikari Kesho, were more psychological than physical. The very interesting end story following, and a couple of physical wounds too. But that puts us a few hours after our encounter with the bandits, which is where we are now.
Sorry, I had a cough. Skipping forward a few hours, just a few hours, the end story from last session would have skipped us forward. You all would be awakening in the impromptu camp that was made a good few miles out from the land of Noodle's border. Fire wasn't even put up just because you guys didn't want to be attracting any attention or anything like that. However, as you're waking up, funnily enough, Sheeny has the tea table back out. He's sitting at it, kind of chilling, He has a new cup of tea, and he is reading. What are you guys doing as you're waking up?
We're in our tents, presumably?
Nah, Sheeny just dumped you all on the floor.
You dumped us on the floor?
Yeah.
We're on the floor in bedrolls.
Yeah. Nobody had the energy to set up tents and all that.
Yeah.
Probably just giving him a...
Oh no, Sheeny has a little bone, little bone teepee. Oh, for sure.
More reason to give him a baleful look. Just like, almost asking wordlessly, how the fuck can you be reading and enjoying tea at a time like this? You know, I feel fucked. And presumably so did the other two. This is what her eyes are saying to Sheenie at this moment.
Good morning, team. And the worst part about the bone TP, he could have made it bigger.
I see you have some accommodation. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I wasn't deprived of chakra and energy when I got back from battle. And also, it would have been illogical to, deplete my chakra for that when I had to keep watch over you guys because, you were complete without ability to, watch over yourselves at all or, take care of yourselves at all for the last, 8 to 12 hours. Completely helpless.
You would be the expert on taking care of yourself, wouldn't you, Sheenie? Considering, say, you came back from the battle would imply you... What was that thing you didn't do yesterday?
Wipe your ass for you after you shit the bed.
Ave's actually gonna smirk at that. Do you think it's a good comeback?
Hikari is going to sit up, blink a moment, and do a quick glance at her arms, then stand up and walk up to Sheenie. May I please borrow DPS for a moment?
Yeah, just stay around here for now. I'm not really too keen on you guys going too far with the whole bandit thing.
Yes, Sensei.
Get out of earshot, but not too far out of eyeshot.
Yes, Sensei.
All right. He'll manifest you a DPS, and it goes on your shoulder. You guys can step off.
She wanders off a little ways. I was planning on it being a mystery for now.
Yeah. Okay. We'll stay with Nanimo, Ava, and Sheenie for now. You just cut back in whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, we got our shit kicked in.
Yes. Yes, Nanimo.
Not more than you, Ava.
Fuck you, Nanimo. I was halfway through agreeing with him, just the scowl formed.
Didn't you
I
spend
mean, I
more
didn't
of
get
your
hit too
chakra?
hard.
Hey, didn't you spend more of your chakra running away than actually dealing with the enemy or helping your teammates?
I guess.
Would have been kind of useful if you spent a little of that, maybe moving Ava around or something. I don't know. I was waiting for you guys to wake up. Where do you think you went wrong?
This is the moment when Hikari returns and handing because DPS would have gone off as soon as she finished the message, wouldn't it?
Right.
So this is where Hikari rocks up.
We probably should have seen those fuckers staging their ambush in the swamp.
Oh yeah, that was a big one. Not simply looking down was pretty huge. I mean, I personally noticed them the whole time, but again, not wiping your ass for you.
Probably could have communicated a bit better, I guess.
Yeah, that's always a good one, but at the exact same time, you run the risk of the enemy catching on to what you're doing, which means communication beforehand is even more key.
Yes.
I used up too much of my chakra too quickly.
Which also means we need to really focus on improving your chakra reserves in general.
And I was too cautious with my chakra after everything with Pero.
Well, kiddies, at least you have perspective. I can't teach you that.
David's sort of just fuming a little bit. Just seething, just being generally scowly.
What's on your mind, kid?
The whole situation fucking sucked.
Things for Ninja usually suck. Look at it this way. You three walked away alive. A lot of those men didn't get to say the same.
Lips gonna tighten a fair bit of that.
He'll take note of that. He's not going to pry anymore or press anymore on that subject. He makes sure that is stated so that you kind of remember, like, hey, at the end of the day, the whole situation sucked, but you got to walk out of it to a situation that's less sucky now, didn't you?
Yeah. Do we have any of that fucking food left over from the tea party?
Yeah, Sheenie will actually go ahead and reveal that he has some rations and stuff. He's not like as nice as the tea party you guys originally made, but like he has, a few like food pills and bars and like little protein bars and stuff laid out. Some tea and teacups you guys can drink. You guys can have some breakfast now. In fact, he actually looks pretty insistent on it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just wordlessly take her food, you know?
Especially Hikari. He actually sits Hikari down and piles food on her plate for her.
Hikari is going to try very hard not to react to that in any way whatsoever.
He's not making a big deal out of it. He's just like, hey, you do this. Like you would have. I gave you DPS. This is the part of the bargain. I need to see you eat food right now.
Okay.
Very quiet concern, but still there.
Hikari is going to start eating before turning to Ava and asking how she's feeling.
I'll live.
As in, are her bones and all that healing well so far?
Yeah, I fucking hate to say it, but actually did a pretty good job splinting several of those fractures, Sheeny. Thank you.
You weren't in too bad a shape, I'm guessing, because while you were being used as a mace, you were in that golden state of yours and kind of kept you in one piece, so to speak, or at least the same general, place versus getting ragdolled for real.
Yeah.
Lost out on more sleep than usual for you doggone kids. Eat up. Like I told you, we're training today.
Yes.
And harder than usual.
A lot of sighs, a lot of grunts, just clearly deep in
Mhm.
thought. Doesn't feel super chatty.
Nanimo, you thought any more about that guy you saw?
Not really, Sensei. I passed out pretty fast after the battle, and when we got some rest. But bringing him up, it does raise some concern.
What guy?
It might be better off we pull a bit. There was a guy in the tree, came in with a flash of light. He just watched, and I don't know how long he was there or how long he was watching. Shini Sensei saw him though, so.
I glanced at the guy, since I'm coming a little ways out.
I think that means they have a Sheeny.
I'm not sure if he's a Shini, but he's definitely a Shinobi.
Fuck.
Nanimo, why don't you describe him so your teammates know what to look out for if they end up seeing him?
Right, yeah. Jesus.
You can just ask me for the description, because I know I didn't give a great one during the session.
I went looking for the thing. He had a white silver jacket thing, maybe. I definitely saw a kunai pouch, which leads to Shini's theory of him being a shinobi. Pink hair, long, and some sort of bandana thing on his head. Not a ninja headband, but
It was a bandana. It wasn't a hat.
I don't think so. If he has affiliation to a nation, I couldn't tell from that far out.
why would a hat matter, Ava?
Long white or possibly whitish grey jacket. Isn't that something that, heads of ninja villages tend to wear? Don't they get a fucking hat? We're dealing with something like that. Maybe we should just fuck off.
So you think the land of noodles has a Kage?
I don't know. Just first thing my mind jumped to when you mentioned a white jacket and a guy who could come in and just walk.
It could also be a copycat.
I mean, it's not wholly impossible. The land of noodles does have a figurehead, but I think most people view him as just that, more so a face for branding of politics rather than the actual carrying out of it. And most nations these days have some kind of shinobi backing that kind of figurehead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Not too dissimilar to the Daimyo and the 5 great nations in their Kage.
Also, aren't the Kage usually, I don't know, old people?
Well, they don't have to be.
There's a lot of young Kage. It's actually more of an impressive feat if you can make it to be old as a Kage.
For instance,
I always thought that
former
Kage was something you became when you were tired.
current, I'm not sure Mizukage is like fucking 12 or some shit. I'm not fucking sure.
What?
Hikari looks both stunned and horrified.
Oh, he's also a genocidal maniac, by the way.
Fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough of them. But knowing I could become a Hokage at 12.
Well, the Hokage would be kind of hard for you.
Not the Kage. Sorry. I was thinking about Saratobi.
Fucking fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Jesus. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. That's going to be a part of your training. Nanimo, I want you to focus on completing that jutsu and working on your chakra control. That should help us kind of expand your ways of using it and maybe getting you closer to mastering changing form in nature and dealing with the repercussions that has on the world around you.
Got it, Sensei.
Ava,
Yeah.
tell it to me straight.
Don't want to.
You can't swim, can you?
What?
Don't. We'll go over it again later. Don't worry about it. Forget I said
Wait.
anything here. Ava,
Ava,
shut up.
Ava, you can't swim.
Not a bow.
1, fuck you, Nanimo. 2, fuck you, Sheen.
Hold on.
3,
Hold on.
fuck it.
Hold on. Shitty flicks Nanimo on the head, and Nanimo is lulled into a getcha. Only Hikari heard that.
No, I'm quite happy for, out of character, I'm happy for Nanimo to know and have something to tease about.
Okay, fair enough.
1, fuck you, Nanimo. 2, fuck you, Shaney. 3,
Well, in both our defenses, we kind of all saw you fucking drowning yesterday, Ava. Nothing. You were fucking drowning.
I found a way out of it, didn't I?
You live in a village that is a massive pier. What is your plan for if you ever fall in water with no chakra?
Why would I ever fall in water without chakra?
It'll do this. I didn't know how to swim until I was 12.
That's fine. It's just more so we need to address the issue now before it goes any further, is more my thing.
Plan is to not fall in water. I've got excellent chakra control. I'll be able to walk. If I'm without chakra, I'm gonna die anyway. Really, swimming's superfluous at this point.
Yeah, but okay, Ava, listen. While standing on the water, you are expending chakra. You realize this, right?
Mm-hmm.
While fighting on the water, you're expending chakra, right? So if you're doing both things at once and you're not really focusing on the latter thing, and it's just kind of like, oh, I stand on the ground all the time and not focusing on that, you're burning chakra at both ends. So you're gonna burn out of it a lot faster. Meaning, you literally can't afford to not know how to swim. Being a ninja from the land of waves. How you escaped your dog shit riddled, rat infested, roach run down fucking academy, I have no idea, but somebody deserves to be hung for it. So you're gonna be learning how to swim. Okay?
Understood.
Kabish?
Gritted fucking teeth.
Rende? Got it?
Because when you were talking about
Good. Yeah, Sheenie doesn't look good. Look too happy either. You can actually see that through all that, he was trying to hold back saying, but Ava, not knowing how to swim leads to death, and he wanted to leave it at that.
You know, your rat-infested shithole. You know, her hands were getting white on the table. She thought the last word in that sentence was going to be village. Then when he said academy, just stopped tensing and went, fucking fine.
They fucking let you walk out of there. Bump whether you knew how to water walk or not. The Sheenie voice is going. Bump whether you knew whether to water walk or not. You couldn't swim, and that's kind of like, so we have to deal with that before we can deal with literally anything else.
Fine, let's just fucking get over with.
Okay, cool. Hikari, give me your jacket.
Pardon?
Give me your jacket.
Hikari looks like she really doesn't want to, but she slowly undoes it and starts taking it off.
You gotta learn how to survive without this thing.
Nanimo and I roll perception for anything odd we might see if Hikari's jacketless.
I was about to say, you can't because you've seen her jacketless before. It's not that, like, noteworthy to you now. Another thing, you just said you're so fucking pissed off at Sheenie, I don't think you'd be thinking about it that much. And as for Nanimo...
It is something that they would notice right away, though.
I'll let you do a perception roll, but I'm going to say it's stack disadvantage. Ava has at the very least double stack disadvantage. Nanimo, you have at least stack disadvantage. Because like you just said, like through gritted teeth, okay, Sheenie, I'll learn how to swim. I think you're more thinking about fucking swimming. And we've also talked about like kind of the trauma behind you not knowing how to swim, so I feel like you'd also be thinking about that.
Yeah, that is fair. I won't roll.
So I feel like for a lot of reasons, Ava wouldn't really be thinking about, fuck Hikari and that jacket. I don't want to be in the fucking water.
That's a very valid point. Probably isn't thinking about Hikari in this moment. Sorry, Hikari.
Nanimo, I feel like it'd be like, yeah, train. I'm gonna do jutsu. Yeah. I feel like that's all Nanimo's doing right now. Just a little SpongeBob at the Super Bowl dance. Just.
I'm ready.
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
I'm not paying that one.
That was non-canonized because Ava was fine with it being slipped out. And honestly, I feel like Sheenie might be kind of brunt with it. Like, hey, we all fucking saw. Like, come on, man.
Okay.
You can't swim for real. I thought this was a fucking bit this far.
Okay.
But it explains why when we did the little D-Ray mission with the trawling nets, you just refused to get in the water and then you fucking punched Nanimo when he deigned to say you should pull your own weight if you want to get paid.
That happened, yes. I'm happy to canonize that. Ava, Ava supervised from the pier.
My word. You kids are going to be the death of me.
Okay. So is Nanimo making the roll, or
no,
he's too excited?
No, I think we've already talked about enough reasons not to.
Okay.
So the players and I have looked up some info about like running training in D&D. I haven't looked that far into how the books from Naruto 5e say you should do it. So we have a way we're going to go about this. It's going to be kind of montagey, kind of like heavily edited. So say if this was an episode of the anime or like an arc in the anime, you would have a lot of like kind of clever cuts and edits where it'd be like you would see the passage of time. Something I'll also bring to attention is in terms of the team's time frame with their time limit or their mission. As for their prior to travel checks, they did above average, so they are making fairly good time. And I believe the analogy I made before this session, when kind of explaining like how long they might be training, is they should be reporting to their next job on Monday. It's like Friday or Thursday, and they are going to actually be taking a long weekend. The next choice to make is if I want to split you guys up with Sheeny making clones, or if I want him to like physically walk around to you guys, so at all times only one of you has Sheeny with you.
That could be a good way to do the, like, you know how you wanted to do the one, you know how the video you sent us is like, have a moment. The moment is Sheeny's perspective jumping around.
That's true, and I do have at least one task I know he'll be giving you all, so we'll do that, and we'll leave the rest of it. So, who wants to go first? Or should I go in call-out order, which is Pickle, Rune, Buster?
I was happy to go first anyway, so
Fair
I don't
enough.
mind.
All right, Ava, since you guys were already fighting, Sheeny's gonna... If you fight him on this, he will like pick you up by your collar and just pull you, just like with your legs dangling in the air.
She stopped fighting, once he specified it was the academy he was calling a piece of
Okay,
shit.
you guys are gonna walk out a little further into like that swamp area until you find yourselves back on the route that gives you back to like an estuary to where the water's a lot clearer and like flowing back into salt water and more openish water that won't be too bad to be swimming in.
This is not that marshy shithole.
So, you like mowed down like 5 guys back there. Any thoughts about that?
Yes.
I was wondering.
In fact, I'll answer your question, but I want to ask one first. How did you feel the first time you killed someone? I'm certain you've killed at least one person, probably fucking hundreds at this point.
What, me? No. Honestly, the first time I killed it was during a war, so I was really scared and just kind of worried about myself and making sure I didn't die afterwards. I kept looking over my shoulder thinking somebody was going to get a lucky hit on me.
Did you feel, fucking guilt afterwards? Did you feel bad about it?
In a way, at some point later on, but probably not in the way you're thinking right now, kid.
Well, good, I guess.
Remember I
No.
told you that Maruchimaru experimented on me, right?
Yeah, I remember.
At that point, I did feel guilt and kind of regret. I kind of thought it would probably be better off if I had died then, because I wouldn't be going through that now. And if I survived, a madman wouldn't get a weapon.
I can't say that I understand that feeling, but I understand the idea of not wanting anything to work for that fucking snake. The thing that I keep thinking about with those men yesterday, the one Nanimo cut the hand off, the one that was holding me. When he went down, the others, they leapt in, they pulled him back. They tried to protect him. They were his comrades, maybe his friends. They were like us. But here's the thing, they're not us. In the end, it's us and everyone fucking else. So I don't regret killing them. I don't feel bad at killing them. I'd do it again, and I probably will have to do it again. But I can live with that. Does that make me a fucked up monster?
You're asking me like you want to convince me or yourself. At the end of the day, kid, the way I see it, you don't get to live too long being a ninja without being A, a fucking freak of nature who's extremely eccentric in one way or another, or B, a fucked up monster. Like a
That makes
surprisingly
sense.
big number of the really good ninja are the people you look at and you think are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
yeah, you probably picked up on that.
Yeah. I had a hunch.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
well, I understand we're kind of coming to an agreement here. I don't want to ruin it. When we were walking, I had half a mind to push you in the water. I don't really want to have to do that now.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was gonna step basically ankle deep into the water.
You got this, kiddo. It's not that big a deal. Listen, you want me to swim with you?
Oh no. Fuck.
Okay.
This water's clear. I really fucking hate
Mm.
the water that's dark. The fucking Can't see fucking a foot down in it. It could be, thought it could be a fucking 100 feet. This is clear. I can see the riverbank.
You know, Ava,
He's gonna take another little step in.
I used to be afraid of the dark.
You should be.
Yeah, it's scary as all hell.
All the fucking evil shit's in the dark.
That's why I use it.
Yep.
The sooner you get over this and conquer
Another
your fear,
step.
the stronger you're gonna get.
Yes. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Another step. A little less tentative. Still very much eyes are on the riverbank, making sure that it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Which water I really, really fucking hate? Water around the wave. You see how fucked and fucking dark it is. Before, you never saw it before. The bridge was just fucking endless, both out and down.
I was gonna say
It's like
it.
you're looking at fucking hell itself.
I heard it's gotten a lot better than it used to be.
Bridge makes it much easier. I remember. No, it doesn't matter. He's going to take a deep breath, eyes wide open, and just step, into the water deep enough that it's going above her eyes.
Okay, Ava, you are now beginning to submerge. I want you to make me a. This is going to be a strength roll with double stacked disadvantage.
Oh,
goody.
Yeah, I don't think so. Double stacked advantage is negative.
It is
four,
negative
right?
4 to the lower roll of the 2 rolls you will make.
Cool. Ah,
Yay.
lower roll's a crit fail, so
Yay.
A crit fail?
crit fail.
Fuck, how do you crit fail?
I'll send I don't fucking
You
know.
freeze
Probably
up.
either have a panic
You
attack.
have a panic attack, and you remember that time you were in the catacombs and your hand locked up?
Yeah.
This one is full body.
Okay, I'm probably thinking back to the first time I came to the Land of Wave. Thinking back to those awful hours crossing the fucking water by foot.
I think we know the end story for this one. Sheeny is going to dive under the water. He dives in, uses chakra control to make the surface of the water a springboard so he can get down there quick. I'll make him actually do the strength roll to get you up, since you are now fully encased in gold. He's strong.
Oh, good.
He's
It
strong, but he's
definitely-
also a 100. Oh, that's a 19. He gets you. That's a 19 plus his.
I thought you were gonna get a crit.
That would be
fail as
funny.
well.
That's a 19 plus his strength mod. He gets you. Brings you back up. You are brought out of the water, kind of a little haphazardly because of how awkward you are to carry clunked onto the ground. You are no longer submerged. Make a chakra control check with disadvantage. Oh no, I'll let it be it. No, it's disadvantage. You're probably still panicking a little bit. Make a chakra control check to see if you can undo this.
Dealing with disadvantage. That's only a 9.
Ava, you are brought back to camp as a golden statue.
She is going to be so angry at Shani when he comes back to it because she knew something bad like this would happen.
Okay, who's next?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if you guys are still at camp as Ava is brought back, or if you would have already been sent out to do your things. I'm gonna say you already been spread out to do your things, and Ava is currently sitting at camp alone, because that's a lot fucking funnier. Alone and completely conscious of everything going on, and just seething inside.
I love to think the bandits come looking for us and they're why is there just a statue here? Are they setting up cat? What's going on?
Hey blokes, it's that brick. Someone made our idol.
No, that's a statue, mate.
Somebody made our cheeky
Nah,
idol.
that's one of those
We all
statues.
sell off.
Huh?
Ava retrieval arc. Let's
Huh?
hold on. Secret roll to see if the Ava retrieval arc becomes canon suddenly.
Oh god.
I'll reveal the results of that after the other training pieces. It was a D4 roll. You have a 50-50 chance. Don't worry.
Oh god.
Okay, Hikari.
50-50.
Yeah, you have given your jacket over to Sheeny. Or you're handing it over. We're moving back to that moment when you're handing it over. Make a sleight of hand roll with. I'm gonna give you actually a flat roll because it's your jacket and you do this easily. Make a sleight of hand roll to see what you can snag from your jacket before you hand it over.
Okay. Oh, that is such a good roll. Okay, I rolled a 9 plus.
What'd you get? I'm sorry. 21. With a 21 rune, you snag. I believe you have at least a kunai, the one that you whittle with. I'm gonna let you snag it, and I'm gonna say you get 20 of your bone, Sinbone.
1 second, I am going to mark that down.
You hide those away, and it actually seems like Sheenie doesn't notice. You aren't able to snag any of your poison, but you do get those. Other than that, Sensei didn't really tell you like what he wanted you to do. He just said that he wants you to survive without the thing.
Okay. Then Hikari's first order of business would be looking for any materials that she can make like a jumper or something out of, because she wants to cover up her arms ASAP.
Sure, give me a survival roll.
Okay. Oh, that is a far worse
I forgot to
roll.
give you stack disadvantage. As well.
Okay.
You're gonna get a roll soon. I don't have stack disadvantage, probably. No, I forgot already. So go ahead and use the worst roll you got.
Okay. I got dirty 11.
With a dirty 11, Hikari, you find what looks like a thicket of like some kind of like plant or tree that looks like it grows like leaves that would be really good for kind of like a ghillie suit or like a little like kind of raincoat or cloak, kind of like Sheenie's, but you can kind of just make it out of the foliage. However, as you're going to it, you disturb a very large hornet's nest.
Oh,
You
yay.
keep doing badly.
Give me a dex check. No. We're gonna do a int check with stack disadvantage. It'll be double stack disadvantage. Yeah, we'll say this is to see if you think maybe I should be gentle and not like just start snagging these off before like looking around the area.
So stacked dis,
Or stacked dis, yeah.
16 and 11. So the 11, and we decided it would be animal handling.
You can make it animal handling if you want to. It doesn't have to be. I assume you all have better stats than just like raw intelligence saves. Or just a raw intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw, is it?
Yeah, you can do a saving throw.
Okay. Then, yes, my intelligence would be higher. It is a 15.
With your 15, I'm gonna say you think about it just in time, not to disturb the full contents of the nest, but you have disturbed a few hornets. Hikari, what do you want to do? You want to try and deal with them? You want to try and run away? You want to try and hide from them?
Okay, let's see. Hornets. Okay, 5 hornets. And am I currently walking on top of water?
You're still in that kind of marshy area, so it can kind of go from like soggy, marshy ground to like mangrove to like actual open water a lot of the time, but it's mostly open water right now.
Cool. I am going to immediately cut my water walking and drop below the water because hornets can't go into water.
Give me a stealth roll with advantage.
I got another 11, so that would be a 13.
The hornets circle above you for a while, and then it seems like they send like 2 of them off to go back to the nest and relay back that they have a new op that they don't like.
Okay. So the other 2 are still circling around above me.
Yeah, we're gonna flash over to Nanimo real quick as you're left in a very precarious situation, kind of like Ava was through your training.
I can't believe
by this.
Sorry, I was gonna say I can't believe Squad 0 are all gonna die in this training arc.
Hey, I might be okay.
Sure.
We'll see. Moving over to Nanimo Junbai, your sensei is looking at you as you guys have also been walked out to some open water. He doesn't look impressed with you, Nanimo. Maybe he's a little hurt that you want to that you're really going to be spending time learning a jutsu somebody else has taught you.
Is everything good, Sheenie?
Yeah, everything's good.
I love that you just call him Shane now.
How did teaching Ava to swim go?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You can worry about your own training.
All right.
So, can you do the jutsu the old man taught you?
Maybe.
You want to dip straight for me?
Yes.
Give me a ninjutsu roll with double stacked disadvantage.
Double stack disadvantage. I've been practicing it.
You're right. Single stacked disadvantage. You'll take away 2.
Luckily, I've quite.
Which means you'll start to take a double stacked disadvantage roll for something else during this training or this section of rolls. By the way,
17.
Nah.
Nah.
I want at least a 20.
Okay.
you activate the jutsu, you start to sink down, and then like a little bit of the ways through, you stop hiding in the puddle and you're just hiding in the water. You're just underwater at that point. It's not like a very great showing of it. Like it's a different way to get underwater, basically. That didn't make a ton of sounds. It's like the basic premise of the jutsu has been completed,
Okay.
but you still have some ways to go that are showing like, okay, maybe you're still in a little bit of a rush to get it as quickly as the old guy was trying to teach you, because he was taught you on a time limit, and it was like a limited thing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of time to like sit and like really focus on it. So
Nanimo will surface afterwards. Pretty much how all of my practices with it go at the minute.
okay, we're gonna work on your chakra control then. All right, I've thought of an exercise that I think you're gonna really like, and it might pay off well for you because you're you.
Okay, what is it?
You remember that time that Hikari and Ava messed with the surface tension of the water we were walking on, and it kind of gave it like an elastic effect and kind of acted like a trampoline for you?
Yes.
You're gonna be doing that.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, okay. I want you to focus on your chakra on your feet, and like you are bouncing and working out with a trampoline, use the water. As you go up, though, I don't want you bouncing again. I want you to go up, get as high as you can, and then I keep fucking dropping shit and making noise. I want you to go up, get as high as you can, and then before you come down, without making any sound or splashing, I want you to master your hiding in a puddle jutsu to enter the water that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah. Sounds fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nanimo, first I want you to give me a chakra control check with really this should be two checks, because there's going to be two chakra control checks. So it'll still be double stack disadvantage. You're going to take single stack disadvantage with both. So really you're having three of these. First with single disadvantage, chakra control check. This is going to be the jump. This is you winding up, making the water elastic under you, and then jumping.
Okay. Disadvantage. Chakra control.
Stack disadvantage.
Stack disadvantage, so it's 10.
You do a good job. Jump is the roll times like strength modifier or something like that. I think like
You
that.
can check if you want.
You do like a moderate jump.
Okay.
You do like a decent enough jump. It's like above average. You do activate the like little thing that happened last time. It's nowhere near the like 170 feet you got from like being full speed when they did it.
Okay.
But it's pretty high. It's maybe 20 feet off the ground. Like it's decent enough to where it's like, okay. Give me the second chakra control check with stack disadvantage.
Chakra control for yeah.
Or it can be the ninjutsu. It can be a ninjutsu.
I will take ninjutsu because I'm slightly better at that. 10
you
again.
Make a high jump, you leap into the 10 again. Real quick. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air. Feet +3 your strength modifier. At least 10 feet on foot. You need to leap before. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Three
Close enough.
mod is how many feet you can jump.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I'm giving him a little more because he's like a ninja compared to like a regular D&D like guy. Yeah, you get about 20 feet up. You roll this 10 with your chakra control check to see if you can get into the water with the hiding in a puddle jutsu. This time it's not as good as the last time. And what you realize about 2 seconds before like hitting the water face first is that you have actually failed to activate the jutsu. So you belly flop, but with your face.
Oh.
Like really hard. I want you to log me. Take 12 points of damage, Nanimo. Something I haven't discussed just yet. For the duration of your training, you will all be adding a quarter of your health and chakra points as temporary chakra points. So if you had 100, you now have 125.
Okay. I burnt through my quarter with one fail.
Yeah, you might all be burning through your quarter. And then this is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the last like disadvantage roll you take for a bit before we go back, and you guys will. This might be the first day of training.
Okay.
Give me a con check to see if that like knocked you out from the shock of it.
Oh god. Is this disadvantage as well?
With this is stack disadvantage actually.
Do we round up or down?
With the temporary stuff, round down.
Yeah. Okay.
Stat disadvantage, so 18.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, I got 2 18s, so
Little bloody nose, but you're good. You peel your face off the water you solidified with chakra, like just before going in. So you kind of like half smacked it, like half went in with like one side of your body. It didn't feel great.
Sensei, that was a good idea. He puts his thumbs up while rubbing his bloody nose.
Yeah. All right. Okay. These last 2 days have not been very impressive for you kids. I'm not feeling great for you guys. All right. I'm gonna go check on Ava. All right. I'll catch you later, kid.
Okay.
Am I really having you be kidnapped by bandits?
Yeah, I think
This
so.
changes a lot of things for me.
You gotta admit
This
that's
changes so many
funny.
things to me. This changes so many things for my plans.
It's funny.
It would be funny. I'm gonna say this. It wouldn't be possible anyway because you guys always have black ghosts in your shadows. And if somebody tried that, they would have to fight a black ghost,
Yeah.
which would alert Genie, and
Yep.
Genie can substitute with his black ghost, so it just wouldn't work. Ava, you're still at camp when Nanimo, with a very like red like swell on his face, returns. And Hikari, I'm gonna say you got away from the Hornets eventually. I know this is kind of taking away some of your agency during that. You did get. Well, if you want to play it out, we can play it out. You are under the water. 2 Hornets currently circle above you. You saw like a few of them like go back to the nest. You don't know what's up with that.
Okay, one, Hikari doesn't have any smoke bombs, does she?
I don't think so. You would know better than I would
Yeah.
with your character sheet, but I don't think so. Smoke would be a good thing to try right now.
According to my character sheet, no, she does not. So that's something she's going to be mildly tiffed about because she knows that smoke causes bees and hornets and those kinds of bugs to fall asleep. So she could really use some of those right about now.
Would be useful.
So,
Go ahead.
looking at the hornets, she's going to decide, yeah, I'm not screwing with those. Those are bad news. I am going back to camp, reevaluating my plan, and trying again.
Okay, so you're gonna swim away, just under the water.
Yep.
Give me.
Yeah, just under the water. She is not coming back to the surface until she is well out of their range.
Okay, I don't think you've had. Oh no, I think you had a stat disadvantage roll already. Give me a flat roll con check to see how long you can keep yourself under the water.
Okay. Oh, that is a bad roll. Just a straight up con check. I got a 6.
That breath was really, really shallow. You don't get too many strokes into like swimming away before your lungs really start burning you and you really get the urge to go up. Do you want to go up or do you want to tough it through and take a little drowning damage?
How far away are the hornets?
The 2 that were circling above you stay above you.
Yeah, I am not coming up for a breath yet.
Okay. I would say in the exact same time that you have to take that damage, you could kind of say, fuck it, I'll initiate combat with the hornets and take them out from under the water with the weapons you have on you.
Really? They have that low health?
Well, they're like bugs.
Ah, good point. Right, I'm thinking of the really scary giant fantasy hornet.
Yeah. The stat block I have for them is a giant wasp, but I'm sizing them down and like cutting their like actual stats in half, and they're like five of them makes up one giant hornet pretty much.
In that case, I'm gonna throw a send bone at each of them to get rid of them.
Give me a. You are going to be within 5 feet of them, so that's disadvantage for that. You're also underwater, so that's disadvantage for that. So I do have a good reason for this stack disadvantage. I can't tell you. So give me a double stack disadvantage attack roll on these hornets. This shouldn't be horrible. Their AC is not super high.
I got a 5 and a 6,
Yeah.
so that's the 5.
You hit one of them. You pretty much decimate it. However, because you're throwing these up, it's going to be very hard to find those 2 sin bone. You are now down to 18 bone sin bone.
Right.
If you haven't caught on yet, the trick with Hikari's training is going to be like making the use out of the sin bone she has and like really keeping a strong track of them, because of what her jacket allows her to do is store a ton of them and have her poisons readily at hand, and it makes a lot of what she does really, really easy. So I think by like forcing you to go through a lot of those components, like at its base, it'll give you some greater ideas like what you can do when you have the full
Which is
formula.
why I specified she's throwing one at each of them. She's not just tossing them willy-nilly.
Very wise. Yeah, you take out one of them. As that happens, you see the 3 that went into the nest come back with another 5.
Oh, great.
Do you want to?
You set me up there, didn't you?
A tiny bit. I kind of wanted you to fight the hornets. Give me a perception roll though while this is happening.
That's disadvantage or just flat?
This is flat. Actually, this is flat.
Okay, that's a much better roll. Thank you. I got a dirty 19.
Nice. You notice that the hornet you killed, like the way you hit it, the like thorax and like the part of its stinger that was left, it was actually left intact really, really well. It shows you like whatever this species of hornet is, like it has very long stingers. Like it's connected to the guts and stuff. So like if they sting you, they die. But like they're extremely long. They're like maybe a quarter to like half the length of a sin bone.
Yoink that.
Add a wasp stinger, sin bone to your, or no, add a sin bone wasp stinger to your, this is now called a sin bone wasp. Add a sin bone wasp stinger to your inventory with your 18 sin bone.
Thank you.
Do you want to try and deal with the this is really just 2 opponents, but I'm saying there's 10 or at this point 9 hornets. Do you want to try and deal with your enemies, or you want to keep trying to run away? Or they'll take a turn now, actually, but they can't really do anything with you underwater, so yeah, just kind of circling and gathering.
Well, they could try. They could try sting me, but they'd get wet.
You're right. Give me an initiative roll real quick. They have a 12.
Okay. 6. The dice hate me right now.
You had a surprise round. Listen, the thing is, like, going through this will get you some benefits on the other side to like mirror actual training. Yeah. So that's what the hope is like these like, oh, I have to like deal with all this bullshit right now. It's supposed to like, it'll make it easier the next time you try, and then easier after that. It's supposed to like mirror the actual like.
Yeah, I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just finding it a little annoying because earlier I was rolling highs and lows. Now I'm just rolling lows.
They're going to attack you. Your AC is down by 2 because you don't have your jacket on. However, you're also in the water, so it's up by 2 again. They get a 7. And because the attempt probably isn't good for them, I'm going to say that D4 roll to see how many die. 2 hornets die in the attempt trying to get you. There are now, 7 left.
I am going to grab the 2 wasps that drowned trying to kill me, so I am now up to 3 wasps.
Yeah, that's 2 whole wasps versus the first thing you got was a stinger. You'll have to kind of craft them to turn them into the hornet stingers just by themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. I mean, you could throw the wasps if you wanted to use them as a weapon. There's nothing saying you couldn't. Just keep them.
Yeah, but crafting them will probably refine them.
Okay, I'm going to give me a sleight of hand roll to see if you can snag those without any issue.
Okay.
And that's going to actually be your first action, and then I'll give you a bonus action. I'll allow you to throw another.
I just rolled a 9. Yeah,
you can. Let's have them roll against that. They got a 12, Rune.
Ugh.
You're gonna take. You get stung for 4 damage. In the hand, but you still get the things. Yeah. And the one that stung you dies, so that's 6 wasps currently. And I'll let you kill the one, or I'll let you get the one that stung you because it's like still stuck in your hand.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, that's still stuck in your hand. The wasps are going to go for another attack. They got a nat 20 on this one. Rune, the 6 wasps all at the same time.
Is it possible?
Go ahead.
Is it possible for me to use supporting Gale to try and blow them off course or something?
It's completely possible. You might lose some of them when trying to retrieve them, so you might not get all 10 wasps.
At this point, I'm gonna take it because nat 20s are scary.
Yeah, and you would need a really good roll, and I would probably make you roll against it. The thing I'll also say is if they're all about to sting you, they're all about to die, and you have the 10 HP anyway. And this is probably about to be the end of the first day of training. because Ava can't do
Mhm.
anything, and unless Nano wants to give another try. Well, I'd say both want to try and give another day. We'll go back to the campfire, and you guys will have a little campfire scene and maybe some food.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take another 4 points of damage total, but all 10 wasps are dead. You are now given a clear chance to get the hell out of here there before any more wasps come.
Okay, I am gonna get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay, you have
Which,
some
how many
pretty bad.
Did I get any of the wasps or no?
Yes, you get all 10 because they die after they sting you. So as soon as they got you,
Okay.
they died. You actually have
Okay.
some bumps and stings like around the bandaged arm, like one of the freshly bandaged arm right now. I'd say that's probably where they
Yeah.
got you. So that's probably even more uncomfortable now and probably bothering you.
Yeah.
But you can get out of there now and go back to camp if you want to.
And she is going to do that because A, she is now soaked, and B, she needs to come up with a new plan.
Okay. Unless you guys want to all come back to camp for your first end of the first day of training, I will cut back to Ava to allow her to take another roll to see if she can break out of her prison of her own making.
Oh, good. Yes, let us see if the romance is it still stack disadvantage?
Real quick, let's see what the party wants to do. You guys want to, Nanimo, what did you want to do? First end of the first day, or you want to give it another try?
I was going to ask if I could give it one more try before
Okay,
heading
let me
back,
let me
because
be back up with Ava real quick, and then we'll cut right back over to you.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, Ava. Yes, it will be a. This is going to be a flat roll because by now you've had time to calm down, relax. You're alone. There's nobody around to like make fun of you or anything like that. Right now, you should have no real issue doing this.
Cool.
So flat control check. The DC it's
Dirty 19.
doable, but it's difficult. Yeah, okay, good. It was a 15. Yeah, you ungold yourself. You're a little stiff still. That was kind of scary. Good thing is, I think what you might have realized through that is while you were gold and underwater, and even Sheeny might not have realized this, I don't think you were actually drowning. Because I didn't give you any actual damage while you were down there. I should have, but I didn't. So you might now be thinking like you're like being in that state might kind of like slow like the process of like needing your metabolic rate to be like good, like sustained with like oxygen entering your body, and you might be kind of immortal in gold. You never know.
Okay, that's probably kind of one of the two conclusions she's reaching. The other one,
It's a sound enough conclusion to make.
the other one is, you know, feeling deeply hurt and betrayed. Because while logically it's not Sheeny's fault what happened, on an emotional level, she put her trust in an authority figure and then started drowning immediately.
Yeah.
It's someone who's not exactly open and warm is having a bad time, yeah.
Any chance you want to try it again by yourself when you're lonesome, or you want to?
Ooh. No, because
You want to say fuck it?
yeah, I think
Nah.
everyone wants to say fuck it. I'm just never going near water again. Is currently her current stance. This is
Trying to decide.
This definitely made the feel worse. I would argue.
Damn, before you broke out, I should have had you go into your mindscape. Fuck.
Damn. That would have been something good to
Rewind. You're in the mindscape. We'll still use the 19, but you're in the mindscape still. You hear that deep like heartbeat noise, and then you're in that void again, looking around, trying to find those eyes that just looked like like the glint of Rio, just like really far off in the distance, or maybe like the glint off Predator's eyes. You can't really tell.
I think for the first second she assumes this is hell and she has died in the water, but it's like, oh no, I know this place.
The little one who's scared of the water returns.
What? You wanna fucking mock me too?
You don't even know what I am.
And I don't fucking care.
Oh, and I don't fucking care. Who cares about you? You're scared of water.
No one.
And yet you bear the seal of greed.
Oh, you think being cared about, that's something I prize? What do you even know?
Well, something needs to be prized around here, else why should I be here with you? What of worth have you offered me lately?
I've taken the seal to new places. I may be immortal. You know that?
I don't think that's correct.
Yet.
If anyone's
Water didn't
immortal,
drown.
it'd be me. I didn't permit you to drown.
Oh, so that was a gift.
A gift would entail that nothing is respected or expected in return.
Good. I don't trust gifts. What do you want?
I told you once before, I want everything.
As do I.
Then why aren't you taking it? Why don't you want to learn how to swim? Is that not a part of everything?
You sound like fucking Bill.
Knowledge is a part of everything. Experience, pleasure, knowledge, technique. It all is valuable. And yet you hold so little of it.
It was really gonna.
If you
block
continue
me.
on like this, I'll treat you like Pero and find a new host.
You chose me over Pero. A good choice. He was worthless.
In a way.
Well,
But worth less and worth a bit more than less is still worth less in the grand eyes of God.
you're a god.
Compared to you.
Grandiose. But maybe you're scared. You're hiding, aren't you?
I'm not scared. I'm bored and parched and hungry and unsatisfied. Now, give me what I've come for and be gone.
Fine. And
Ava, you had 55 HP with your temp?
my temp. Now, when it became a quarter, my temp was reduced to 37.
Okay. No, it's not going down by a quarter. You are increasing it by a quarter.
Yeah, as in, yeah, when I only added a quarter of my max rather than half my max. it
Okay.
only turned out 37.
Sorry. Got you. Because I did say 50 the first time. Okay. Take 36 damage.
Okay, I'm on one hit point again. Woo! Woo. Doing so
Yeah.
good.
Such paltry life force. But fine enough for rent.
Oh,
Go on, child. Be free. And then, yeah, you can be free now. You're kicked out of your mindscape.
fuck. Fuck.
I had to improv all of that, so I hope you appreciated that because I've thought so little about like what actually goes on inside the Seal of Greed currently, and I keep wanting to do like a special voice, but I can't think of anything.
It was probably just
fucking
talking and
just
splitting.
fucking hottie Zarbon is what you've been getting so far.
Yes. At this stage, it keeps getting
Oh
worse and
my.
worse. You know,
George Decay.
you fucking drowned. You know, her faith in Sheeny got shaken. Turns out that the thing that she believes is Orochimaru in her head is able to hurt her. This is bad. This is
Okay,
a
back
really
with
fucking bad
Nanimo
method.
Junbai. Sheeny is insistent on calling it a day. You want to give it one more try.
Yeah, I want to give it one more try.
Well, now you're tired, you've taken damage, and you no longer have the encouragement and patience of your sensei. You now have a triple stack disadvantage.
Okay. Has Shini left, or is he still watching me?
He's still around because he'll walk back with you. You were
Okay.
the last person in the rotation.
Nanimo will, before he begins, just take a second, sit down, and he'll feel the way the water moves. Just trying to really get how, like, the state of water and how he needs to turn his body. Before, after taking a second, feeling it out, he will do the same thing that Shini had asked him to do.
Nanimo, take away one of your stacks of disadvantage. It's now double stacked.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, it's not double stacked because it's one disadvantage on the first Chakra control check and one on the other one. So it's just the regular thing again. 2 Chakra control checks are stack disadvantage on both. Roll twice, take away 2 from the lower result.
Okay. Already not great. 8 for my first Chakra control check. And then for my second one, even worse, 6.
You don't get up all that high this time, and so it doesn't really. You're not even high enough to do damage to yourself.
Okay.
You don't get all that high this time, and it's basically just like a little jump from the surface of the water into the water. Nanimo, would you come the hell on? You're not getting it today. Just take a break.
Right. Got a Shini. Sensei. It's annoying.
And we smash cut to the 3 of you, once again having failed at something you set out to do, all met back at camp together.
I imagine Hikari is absolutely soaked.
Yeah, all 3 of you are. Well, no, yeah, she was metal when she was under there, but she's probably still wet.
Also,
Yeah, it was.
It was also drenched in sweat from having, 90% of her life force just taken from her by, a godly figure.
I've told you to stop mouthing off to people.
And yet that is not the lesson she will take from this.
Nope.
Just breathing heavily, covered in sweat, probably still.
What happened to you? You look, you're about to kill over.
She's gonna have a really conflicted look. Like, she wants to tell Sheeny what happened, but also her faith in Sheeny is deeply shaken. It's this confused sort of back and forth between do I say it or do I just say nothing and freeze him out?
He seems like he's kind of noticed that something's up in general, so. Okay. So it seems like you guys didn't make great progress today. Maybe we could do something to relieve a bit of the tension before we eat and call it a day and get some rest and get back to it tomorrow, huh?
You got anything in mind? Hikari is neatly scratching at the bandage where here she got stung.
Game?
Like?
I don't know. I don't do games. I'm a sad grown-ass man. What do you think?
Why don't we feed Sheeny one of your poisons, See how long it takes him to get through it.
Dee got my jacket.
You look cold, so I suppose you can have it now that we're out of training. But when we get back into it... Actually, no, I don't want you snagging stuff out of it to use. If you need something specifically, you can ask me for it, but otherwise, no Jackie till training done. And also, why are we feeding me poisons?
I think that's just Ava being Ava Sensei.
I don't care. It'll make you kids stop being so damn gloomy. Training isn't always easy.
Gloomy? He's being gloomy.
I feel like this would be where you would have like a misadventures of Flapjack style, like harsh cut to like you guys being like drawn like grosser than you usually
Oh
are.
yeah, like,
Oh!
I'm imagining like you know like in the SpongeBob movie where SpongeBob's hungover. He's like got the
Yeah,
big, like,
that exact shot. Like,
scowl,
what's wrong?
exactly.
How am I not employable?
Yeah, like I imagine giving Hikari like slitty-eyed looks like. Almost, are you mocking us? Because Nanimo's his face smashed in, and Ava looks like she's gonna die. Just looking at you like,
Yeah, it's like one of
what
those
the
SpongeBob
Hikari,
gross-ups.
Hikari was actually being sarcastic with that.
Catch that.
Fair,
She's like,
I
what the
didn't pick up
fuck?
on that. Fair enough.
What the fuck, Hikari?
I didn't know that was a joke.
As long as I don't have to cook, I'm happy for us to go do something else.
I can handle dinner for the night, I guess, or maybe I'll get the Black Ghost to do it.
Oh yeah, just another scowl.
A game that had my little siblings and I play from time to time is Truth or Dare, if anyone wants to play that.
Oh, that sounds deeply problematic, but okay.
It sounds better than smashing my face against concrete, which is what I feel like I've been doing all day.
You know what, Nanimo?
Oh, who made you do that?
Turn to Sheeny, just wide-eyed, like,
Sounds
who
irresponsible.
made him do that? Like, she's
Sounds deeply irresponsible.
she is so
Yes.
angry at Sheeny right now that she's defending Nanimo. Who indeed,
Let's just go
Sheeny?
play.
Who indeed?
Yes. The training exercise I devised for him involved not smacking his head into the water surface as a solid object through the manipulation of his chakra, but
Yeah,
he
if
didn't
I
pull it
was
off correctly.
if I was better at it, I wouldn't have smashed my face. Don't worry too much.
You sure you're going to be okay, Nanimo?
I've
Let me check.
Hey, man.
A bit of rest, sure, I'll be all right.
Let me check your fucked up face. Yeah.
this is just how it usually looks.
No, it doesn't. I'm used to your normal fucked up face. This is a different fucked up face. Yeah.
Okay. You do owe me a heal after making you don't go anyway, so I might cash that in.
Don't push it, you fucking moron. She will heal him though, because she has
Alright,
chakra still.
Oh, brilliant! Yay.
Sheeny's making you guys some stew.
So, what's this fucking game, Hikari?
Truth or Dare. Yeah, everyone, we all go in a circle picking someone to ask Truth or Dare to, and the person picks either Truth or Dare. If they pick Truth, you ask them a question that they have to answer truthfully, and if they pick Dare, you have to give them a dare that they must fulfill. However, considering how creative our team can be, I think we need to impose some rules.
Such as? Ava doesn't look like she likes this game very much.
1. If you ask a person a question that they don't want to answer, they have the option to switch to Dare, and you cannot bring the question up again for the rest of the game.
Also, Nanimo, you heal 4 points of damage. Sorry, it was kind of a shit roll.
No.
5 points of damage.
I put my HP down to 10. So any extra HP I will take.
You get 5 back from my healing hand.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, so can switch. That's a good roll. Any others?
2. No dares that could potentially get someone hurt. Silly things that can embarrass a person are fine, but nothing that can actually injure them. Wait, you've all got enough injuries already.
Disappointing. I was hoping to get Nanimo to stand by that tree and I'd it was target practice.
I, for one, second this motion because I'm a very responsible teacher.
Just turning around almost like an owl at that point, eyes once again wide.
Hey, at this point, you probably know Sheeny is fucking with you. Like at this point, he can tell you're hot. You like something happened between him, like leaving you that you're once again like leaving him out. So it's just like, all right, I guess we're all just big assholes to each other. It's trading. It's never fun.
She's just so angry at him right now. Eyes bulging.
Eyes bulging.
And 3, we cannot pick the same person twice in a row. Oh, we must pick somebody else. No picking on anybody.
Fine.
That sounds fun.
Nanimo, are you in or are you gonna be a fucking coward?
Oh, I'm in. I've never got to play this, so I'm
Neither
excited.
have I. Alright then, Hikari.
So who wants
your
to go
game.
first?
Why don't you do it?
Okay. Nanimo, truth or dare?
Oh, there.
Okay. I dare you to say the entire alphabet backwards.
Oh God. Actually, thinking about this is quite.
What happens if you, before you try? What happens if you fail a dare? Versus like not being able to, or like lying during a truth. Like, are there any repercussions to the game?
No, not really. Remember, she plays this with her baby
That's fine.
sibling.
Maybe we should.
Sheeny will have repercussions for the game.
Maybe we should find a way. She said that she could have things out of her jacket if they were needed, right, Sheeny?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna expose us to poison.
Yeah.
I am not using any of my poisons on you. At least not any of the ones that are actually dangerous. I am
I
not
wasn't
doing
thinking
that.
those. I was thinking that new science project of yours. Well, it's not quite working. It'll make people extra truthful.
You want to use my truth serum?
I want them to use your truth serum. I'll accept as a side effect. Glaring at
Rules for
Sheeny.
me, not yeah.
Is everyone okay with that?
I have no opinion on all this. I'm thinking about training tomorrow.
Nanimo?
I'm pretty open with you guys. I just want to see if the truth serum works.
Spoken like a true liar.
Okay, but just bear in mind it's not exactly useful. It prevents you from telling a direct falsehood, but it doesn't prevent you from saying things that are technically true, but aren't answering the question.
It'll be useful to use as a test then.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I
Sheeny, is it okay if we have it, please?
He'll hand it over. He looks hesitant to do so, but he'll hand it over.
Thank you. She opens it and it's a little drop, and there's a little dropper in it. 2 drops on the tongue and should be enough.
okay, Nanimo will do his 2 drops. He doesn't care. He's more interested to see if it would work. he's just an excited child who wants to know how great this is.
Let me test
It'd be interesting to have you guys roll to see if you resist the poison or not, and then like none of you would actually know like who, like in game you wouldn't know who's done it, or I might have you like
That could be
roll
fun.
and DM me.
What role would you want us to do?
Or finding creative ways to lie without lying.
It'd be a con save. I'm gonna say on this first day of the game, since another little spoiler of what we're gonna be doing here. This truth or dare game will be kind of like framing the rest of the training montage. So they'll be like both playing this at the end of the training days and also like doing their training.
Okay.
Okay.
For the first day, you guys will do it all being under the effects of the poison. So if you pick a truth, you are only able to respond with the truth.
Okay.
Nanimo's not going to resist the truth serum. I will just accept it.
He doesn't
He
see
doesn't.
the
He
point.
doesn't see the point. He's open with you guys.
Here we go. Let me test it. No. Are you a dweeb? I was just looking at him to see what he'll say.
Well, none of them.
Yeah. I
what?
think so.
But what? I was so shocked. He thought he was going to say no, and then he would have said that the truth serum didn't work. You know, she was sure it had planned out in her fucking head. It's like, what? Nothing goes my fucking way today.
I don't know. I think I'm fairly studious.
She's scowling. She can't even take joy in that right now.
His ultimate goal. Alphabet backwards.
Hikari is going to hand the bottle to Ava next.
She's going to look at Genie and say, to your health, and then take her 2 drops.
Then Hikari is going to take her 2 drops before handing it back to Sheeny, since he's the one with her jacket, and thus is the one who would have to put it back anyway.
All right. He'll. Is he expected to take drops of the true serum?
Is he playing the game?
Do you guys want Sheeny to play the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sheeny will take his 2 drops and bestow the items back in your jacket. That tastes funny.
Yeah, sorry. Still working on covering up the taste.
It's making my tongue itchy.
Now, just so everyone knows, it lasts about 2 hours.
Okay.
Fantastic.
You're sure it only lasts about 2 hours?
That's the longest it's ever lasted for me.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
You want me to still do the alphabet backwards, or do you want to move on? Since I answered a different question.
Do we want to count that as Ava's turn for truth or dare?
I will
or-
say he technically did answer a different question, and saying the alphabet backwards will be it's a little let's
I was thinking we could
stall for
do a wisdom check to see if he pulls it
I
off
did
or
an
not.
intelligence roll.
What'd you get on that roll?
I got like 24.
Oh, yeah, you definitely pull it off.
I didn't say that. It might have been 25 DC. You don't ever know. He might have got all the way to the top of the alphabet, but he placed C in front of B on accident. Not even like he messed him up. It was just like he just misspoke.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. That's
Yeah. I went to do it in my head, and I was like, I can do it, but it'll take me way too long, and I'll eat up time.
I get fucked up because I sing the song and like certain letters
Yeah,
because we have that E noise at like on like a third of all the letters in the English alphabet. So when singing the song, you can mix a lot of them up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if that counts as mine, do I get to ask now?
I think that's
Yep.
how it works.
Ava, truth or dare?
Ava's gonna look at herself and sigh, truth. She wanted to pick dare, but she's afraid she might die.
Shit, I was expecting it.
Ava, you're eating. You can add some temp HP back.
How many? I'm at 1.
Add 4.
Thank you. 5 hit points. I'm not on the actual verge of death again.
Better than, especially when you see what happens when you actually rest during training.
Okay, so truth.
All right, I know what's the truth.
I don't know. I was expecting to speak dare. I thought that
It
was
was as well. I thought she would fight tooth and nail. Not
No,
do it.
it's fine. How come you don't know how to swim?
Because I grew up in a place that didn't have much water.
Okay.
That is a technically true statement. That is one of the reasons.
Yeah, no, you can leave it at that. That's
Exactly.
That's kind of all you owe him.
It is, yeah,
That's all
that's
you
it.
need.
And also, she'd probably like, because I grew up in a place no one not that much water. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, it's like, now, you're like,
Yeah.
He's gonna look at Sheeny, give a malevolent stare,
How'd I
and say,
know you're gonna fucking target me?
Hikari, truth or dare?
Huh?
Did I stutter?
Truth?
Truth. Huh. Alright. She's probably in a shitty mood, so she's gonna ask something that she might have asked more privately. So, how long have you had the hots for that fucking babysitter of yours? What's that
Babysitter? I don't have a
fucking-
babysitter.
The fucking the butcher one, yeah? Fucking Nanachi.
Hikari immediately turns red.
Oh, fuck.
Is she okay?
I knew this was a bad idea. Hikari can't hide in her jacket. I think when you said something, Ruin, I think the mic kind of clipped a little bit.
Yeah.
You said it very high pitched.
Sorry.
You're all good.
Sorry. Covering her face in her hands, she's going to murmur, about 3 years?
Oh, she admitted to it. Okay.
She's gonna
Unexpected.
pass her lips a little, and Dave still has her own incorrect theories about that relationship.
Who's her babysitter?
Her. Nanachi's my best friend.
Person with me both.
Oh my god.
And that was a terrible involuntary maneuver.
Oh my god, Ava, she is only 2 years older than me. She's nowhere near old enough to be my baby. So yes, she babysits for my little sibling, but she's never babysat me.
So she would be your babysitter then. You're employing her.
He's got a point.
She does it as a friend. I don't pay her or anything.
I mean, don't you bring her like dad, like meat and stuff like that? It's kind of like, I don't know. Ignore me. Semantics.
I thought she was older than that.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I thought she was older than 14.
Hikari is going to press her hands in front of her face and take a deep breath.
She's not gonna like that.
Ava, how old do you think I am?
You're a little older than me at most.
Probably 4 years.
She's gonna give you like a weird look, like, you did take the serum.
I'm 16.
Sure this fucking
Oh.
works?
I was about to say, do we know if the serum works for sure?
Yeah.
No, she is 16. She told me.
Huh.
I assumed you knew, Ava.
I thought everyone knew. Am I really that short?
Yes.
Casual whistle from King.
It's gonna make it too easy to just say yes. Oh, your turn.
Hikari, he lets out a long suffering sigh.
Your turn, Hikari.
Is the serum compulsory? Like, if you're asked something, are you like compelled to tell the truth, or?
It is not a compulsion,
Okay.
no. That is the part of the serum that she's trying to work out.
Gotcha.
It prevents you from telling direct falsehoods, but it doesn't compel you to answer a question.
Okay. So, truth or dare is fun. So we're gonna go through our second day of training extremely quickly, so we can get back to another round of truth or dare. Okay. Well, I guess Sheeny didn't go, but it would be Hikari's turn next. But don't worry about it. We'll go back to we'll get back to it. Ava,
Yeah.
we start with you. You're back in that same godforsaken place. Your anger fuels you.
She's angry.
You're full of rage.
Yes. Angry, but scared, but very angry. So,
So, don't do what you did yesterday, and everything should turn out all right.
So,
Mhm.
I have
Is
face
this
palming.
disadvantage? Is this a straight roll?
This will be single stacked disadvantage.
Oh.
You removed a low. By the way, when you guys rested that day, you're only gaining back half your total HP.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Okay.
That's not so
Yeah,
bad.
it's not the effects of a full
Oh.
rest.
I only lost
Well,
a little bit of my total HP
no,
anyway, so I'll be back to
The
full.
exact same thing that I did at the beginning. You're only gaining back a quarter of your total HP.
God.
Okay.
Also,
Okay, that's why the issues.
I got a 6 with my
The
disadvantage.
dangers of training. On your
Still back at full.
okay, fair enough. On your stat disadvantage, you got a 6.
I got a 6.
Ava, your head dunks underwater multiple times. However, this time, Sheeny is like still kind of standing on the water and crouched next to you, and he's trying to give you advice. Like, you gotta kick harder and kind of circle your arms around in this motion and just, keep kicking. I understand it's scary. Just keep kicking your feet. Don't stop kicking your feet in a very smooth, rhythmic motion. And honestly, it's probably not helping so much as just making you madder
Yeah, I'm
that he's like doing this.
because I imagine that her kicking is more. He's envisioning stomping on his face right now.
Okay, give me another check. This time with advantage. It won't be a flat roll. Give me an advantage athletics check.
Athletics check. That would be 14.
You begin to swim significantly better. Like your head and nose and stuff is going underwater far less, and it's like hurting you far less. However, I still want you to take. Well, no. You'll avoid it. You've been taking heavy hits. I always bully you.
Yes.
Um.
I'm not denying it.
I'm gonna say. Well, I mean, you have to take the effects of the critical failure. I feel like.
Yeah, that's completely valid.
No. Make your reaction. Make your reaction. We'll see what the effects of the critical failure are.
Perform the summoning jutsu with no blood.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my
Fair
God.
enough. Fair enough. Nanimo.
The only other thing I
You
can do
be-
is teleport
Nanimo-
closer to the ground or further up.
No. That's fair enough. You're completely right about that. Nanimo, you from the 36 feet you just jumped up and realized this isn't going to go well. I need to do something. Maybe I should call it. I don't know. Fuck that. By the time you realize all that, I'm gonna say when you try to do this summoning jutsu, you've gone like 35 feet down. You're just about to hit the ground.
Yeah.
And then you activate that jutsu and you disappear in a puff of smoke.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Nanimo,
Sorry. I was like doing the math in my head. It's like I can't actually get close enough to the ground to make this fall hurt less with teleporting. And going up will just delay the inevitable and make it hurt more. I couldn't survive a fall from that height. I've got 22 HP. If plus rolled decently, I was fucked.
Nanimo, you appear from underwater with all the speed and force you were just falling with.
Yeah, I thought that would be
And you basically crash from under the water directly into Ava while she is trying to swim. You have just summoned yourself somehow to around where she is, and you just bulldoze the fuck out of her. You both are going to... You're both... You're both... Don't worry. That was actually pretty small. You're only both taking 7 damage from that.
Oh my lord, that's everything I heal.
Yeah, that's everything I healed as well. Yeah,
No.
thanks. Also,
Oh wait, it's 1 more HP than I had.
nope,
Okay,
I'm
that's
exactly
alright.
back to where I was.
I'm not.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you might be, because would it be unfair for Ava to panic and attack the thing that has appeared on her?
Nah, you could have an attack out of reaction. I'll give you that.
Cool, because I imagine I'm golding up, just on instinct, because it should just hit me. Let's see, a roll to hit. I don't know, I'd break your AC. Does a 17 break Nanimo's AC?
Just hits me. A 17
Actually,
just hits
silly
me.
me.
Yeah,
Incorrect.
I'm
It's
not
a
allowing a substitution for this.
Oh, I
Incorrect.
wasn't going to go
Sorry.
for it. I used my
15.
reaction.
15. I looked at my wrong attack bonus.
Oh, 15
Oh, this
doesn't
was
hit.
your...
15 doesn't hit. Oh my lord. Thank
Okay, so I
goodness.
just
Okay,
spring,
yeah.
swing.
Ava swings behind herself, misses. However, Ava, you're in the water and you just go to yourself up and you're still learning to swim.
Yeah.
You sink to the water, to the bottom again. I'm going to say automatically, even though this isn't a crit fail, you go up again. You panic while you're down there and go up again.
Fucking everyone is making my swimming experience so terrible.
The second day of training comes...
Ava.
The second day of training comes to an end. You guys are right back in that exact same situation. Truth or dare. I'm gonna try and get you through one more round of training. I think we'll be skipping probably the simulation, unless you guys want to go and make this kind of a longer session. It's up to you.
I'm happy to go a bit longer if everyone else can, even if it's just like
I'm happy to go a bit longer. It's the weekend, and it's not my bedtime
Yeah.
yet anyway, even if it was
Yeah, we-
work day.
Perfection.
really
I think
another-
this is kind of made to be a longer session. It's already very fun.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Back to Truth or Dare time, and Sheeny didn't get to go last time, so we're opening up with Sheeny this time.
Okay.
Nanimo. Truth or Dare?
I fear whatever is going to come out of his mouth. Truth, Sensei.
Who the where did you learn summoning jutsu from?
I copied Okina when he
Don't fucking do it again. You idiot. That's not a jutsu you copy.
Wait, he
I mean-
fucking summoned himself?
Kind of.
That's not a jutsu. None of you do that. None of you do that again. That was extremely stupid. He could have been teleported an infinite amount of places worse than where he was.
Understood,
I feel like I
Sensei.
missed a step. You can see Nanimo kind of playfully going through the seals again, and there's no chakra going to them. He's just doing it to like try and figure out what he's missed.
Nanimo, a DPS
Oh.
hand forms on your shoulder and flicks you in the head.
I'm sorry.
And then it goes to your parents to tell you I was just flicked in the or actually it just makes the noise
Genie,
Horrible thing to send to someone's parent. The sound
Genie,
of their child screaming.
Damn.
Genie.
Damn.
So, Nanimo, I don't know a ton about summoning, just vague understanding of snakes. So, if he fucked that up and reversed summoned himself to me, does that mean I'm his spirit animal?
If that's what you want to think, I think it was more just the idiot didn't know what the fuck he was doing. It didn't have a clear anchor point in mind in general and just kind of ended up transporting himself through space and time willy-nilly. And, its atoms just ended up wherever they felt most comfortable or something like that.
So I'm missing an anchor point.
I was why I was
This
kinda
really-
wide more at
this
the-
really
this
isn't-
is where he was
This
most
really isn't the
comfortable.
issue.
It's just like what? Why the fuck would my presence be the place Nanimo's atoms are most comfortable?
Well, because he can't go home from this far, I'm assuming. Not that strong yet.
Fucking Hikari's here. He likes her. I
Isn't
punch
she like
him.
just fighting giant hornets or something? I will admit, this is not a purposeful moment of me trying to be a shiver. I actually was just trying to give a bullshit explanation as to why I that was the choice.
No.
I'm not ready for fucking so many shenanigans just
No,
yet. I have a
that
whole
was-
arc plan.
That was the correct choice.
Yeah.
I was stupid.
Yep.
I mean, arguably, it was a
Yeah.
decent enough plan. It was just like if had Ava not been there, you would have just like burst up from the water and just like hit the beach, and you would have fine.
Avis
Yeah.
was trying to process the concept that Nanimo's atoms are most comfortable with her, because that is ontologically wrong. No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, Nanimo, you're next. Truth or dare, or in terms of asking truth or dare.
Oh, okay. Hikari, truth or dare?
Truth? Did you
I
hear me or
heard
no?
you. I'm just
This session is
Okay.
going to be titled "Train or Die."
Makes sense.
contemplating. Nanimo's contemplating whether he wants to ask a question he genuinely wants to ask you, or if he'll go safe. The other day, well, I suppose the other week, when we were having that little, night at the campfire with Okina and everyone, you said something about
Yeah?
some history should stay gone. Why is that?
Hikari winces, looks at you, then Ava, then Sheeny, thinks for a long moment, then takes a deep breath. Have any of you heard of the Land of the Sky?
No.
There's some ninjas in my bingo book with the title of it, but I've never heard of it.
Sheeny's gonna do something he has actually very rarely done in front of you guys, considering how often he talks about what leads to death and what doesn't lead to death. He begins to smoke while Rune tells her story.
Don't make the joke.
That's it, just a small
It's-
detail.
Okay. The Land of the Sky was a nation far to the east. It was very technologically advanced, and as a result, it got an ego. Believed that the whole world should bow to its rule. So they tried to enforce it by any means necessary.
Right.
The Land of Whirlpools was just one of its many victims. That's what I mean by some history deserves to stay buried. Because no one should ever try to follow in their footsteps.
I'm sorry for asking, but thank you.
Yeah. Your honesty is appreciated.
It's your turn next, Hikari.
Okay. Ava, Ruth or Dare?
You pick. You just went through something fucked. You pick.
Okay, oh! What's your favorite hit thing to do? Like, in your spare time?
It was probably gonna try and resist answering for a bit, but be like, no. And she's gonna smirk a little, and she's gonna lean in and whisper in Hikari's ear and say she'd tell everybody. Yes. And she answers honestly. Is just whispers an answer in Hikari's ear and gives the guys a shit-eating smirk, like.
Oh wait, I was supposed to have you guys roll in secret to see if you resisted the poison this time. Don't worry about it. We'll do it next time.
Probably something weird she wouldn't say in front of us.
And Ava just smirks. She feels happy with being able to get one up on the game.
Hopefully she takes up swimming after this.
I'm gonna blink in surprise before giving a really big smile.
Ava will nod. She's happy that Hikari is smiling again. That's why
I just hope you take up swimming after this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. Let's see. What happened the last two fucking times I did that? Oh, I drowned, and then fucking Nanimo appeared. Also,
Anyway, Ava,
Yep.
it's your time to play the game.
It's your turn, Ava.
he's gonna calm down, force herself to calm down.
We all know that Nanimo crossed space and time to be with you. That's me being a shipper. That was actually it.
Ugh. Would have rather ended up in the snake's house.
He doesn't look very angry at that. Okay, no. Like, she was gonna turn to Sheeny, but then
Has anybody done a dare yet?
Nanimo did one.
No, but Nanimo. Yeah, Hikari dared Nanimo to say the
Okay.
alphabet backwards.
Sheeny.
Truth and truth.
Sheeny, truth or fucking dare?
I'll do a dare.
Do a dare. Okay. We're a dare for you. Summon all the black ghosts out of our shadow right now.
summon all the black ghosts out of your shadows?
Yep.
Okay.
No. All right. He'll make a little ramp seal, and you guys will feel as the black ghosts crawl out of your shadows. You actually notice something about your black ghosts that are like in your shadows.
What's that?
The way they're like kind of weirdly like spindly in shape, they'll be like kind of predatory and like have claws and stuff, and like kind of like exposed rib cages and stuff. Yours are shaped
Okay.
almost to look like you, just as close as you can with a black ghost. Like they have styled, like they have like the little like ribbons and stuff that kind of make up the like the way they look. They like it kind of looks like your hair and stuff and like that. It's like as close as one could reasonably. They look like they have been taking on your aspects.
It's deeply fucked up, Sheeny. Why are they fucking
So
doing
cool.
that? Our fucking life essence?
No.
Is
So when
is this a byproduct of them being in our shadows for so long?
it is.
That's awesome.
So they copy us?
Yes.
Actually, that does make sense. They're literally shadows, and the shadow copy is what whichever person it's attached to.
How fucking long is it?
They're all supposed to be able to work with you as well as possible if they're needed. So essentially, they become another version of you that you can fight with alongside if you were fighting with another shinobi.
I just realized something. Hikari is missing the bandages from one of her arms because she turned it into a fuel source for her fire. So
You are, but I was going to give you the option to just kind of quietly like get new bandages and apply them yourself if
okay.
you wanted to. I wasn't going to like, oh, by the way, because it's a thing that you've tried to hide for your character. So unless you say otherwise, that was what I was going to say.
Yeah, she's okay. If that's an option, she definitely did that.
How long have those fucking things been in there?
Does that count as two
that-
questions?
Yeah, is that
Hikari's.
2 questions? Because it does kind of. Don't be mean to the lieutenant. She has a higher rank than you.
up,
Is that 2
Sheeny.
questions?
No,
I was getting
it wasn't even her actually asking. It was just
Yeah, I
her
was
thinking
getting
out
quite
loud.
Very
upset.
genuine question. I actually do need to know if I need to answer this truthfully. About 2 weeks before we all became a team.
The rain beats down relentlessly on the family of 3 as they huddle under a tree very near the one Sheeny will first address his students from in several years' time, though for now, it is simply a place to take shelter and appraise the situation. In his boundless optimism, Coco had assured his wife and daughter that there would be fisherfolk out in the water today, and it would be simple to hail one down and get a lift into the village. But that had been predicated upon the assumption of fine, or even slightly choppy weather. Instead, what lies before them now is a roiling mass of waves that no one would be crazy enough to fish on, nor to cross. Yet the 3 of them must, since to stop out here in the open when the safety of a village they can disappear in is so close would be an even greater risk, especially now, when whatever pursuers the snake has sent after them must be getting desperate. Fortunately, while her husband had chosen to place his faith entirely in people, Kiyumi had balanced her hope with a contingency plan, and so pulling her family close, tells them of an ability she learned during her service called water walking. Normally, this skill would allow all 3 of them to cross the ocean by channeling chakra into their feet, but her baby stork is far too young for such things, and her husband, for all his many talents, never learned to mold chakra, which means if they are to do this, it will be entirely up to her. As she explains, the essence of water walking is to infuse chakra into the surface of the water below oneself and solidify it into a platform. While simple in theory, this is usually only done in a radius wide enough for the user, but here she will have to expand it, while also factoring in the difference in their weights, since if done improperly, the water can either give way beneath the person standing on it, or act like a springboard and repel them into the air at high speeds. To make this second factor a little easier, she proposes carrying Ava on her back for the duration of the trip, since that will eliminate the need to calculate for one significantly different weight, not to mention her added mass will bring the 2 adults closer to the same weight, though most importantly, it will ensure that she doesn't get separated from them if something goes wrong. Seeing the sense in this, Coco kneels down to lift his daughter up, while giving her that familiar warm smile that always makes her feel safe, even if it still looks a little weird to her when surrounded by his new beard. Meanwhile, Yumi unstrings her bow for the first time in weeks, since she'll need the ninja wire along with most of her shirt to craft a sturdy enough child carrier, even if that means a bit of discomfort, and more troublingly, means she won't be able to fight until they reach land. Then, with a deep breath, she steps out onto the water. To the purple-haired woman's pleasant surprise, this holds, and after taking a moment to make sure everything is okay, she instructs her husband to sit Ava in the sling, before extending her hand for him to hold. An instant later, she feels Ava's tiny hands grip her back, followed by Coco's own soft, warm one fitted perfectly against her own, with the presence of her family being what gives her strength, as she takes a step and then another, all the while making sure the water beneath them remains stable, and that they stay bunched together, since if these two things remain true, they will be able to make it to the Wave Village. Unfortunately, Ava is not so optimistic, as right now all she can think about is the wind screaming in her ears, the cold rain beating down on her harder than anything has in her entire life, and the greenish-black waves blasting out of the water at random and rising taller than her parents. She doesn't like any of it. She doesn't want to be here. She wants to go home. As if mocking her unhappiness, a sudden wave slaps at the family, drenching them all, with it only being thanks to Kiyumi's impressive chakra control that they managed to avoid being pulled in. Nonetheless, Ava still starts crying, with the stinging in her eyes from the tears matching the sting brought on by the salt water, while shivers shake her small body. Hoping to see the light of this village her parents had told her about, the girl pokes her head up over her mother's shoulder, though all she sees is more of that angry, dark water going on forever. Back home, they'd had the koi pond, but that had been clear and pretty and shallow enough that only her knees would get wet. But this isn't like that at all. It's so black she can't see the bottom, if there even is a bottom, since with how high the waves are rising, maybe there isn't one, and they'll just sink forever if they fall in. At this thought, a new hand of water bursts up and grabs her, pulling her away from her parents, and down, down, down into the light? Suddenly, Ava remembers who and where she is. She isn't that scared little 5-year-old who spent hours out in the ocean surrounding the village, but instead a ninja in a small stream outside the land of Udon, with the hand that grips her belonging to Sheenie. For a moment, she isn't sure whether to thank him for pulling her out, or cuss him out for making her go in at all, since it's all his fault for not fucking leaving well enough alone. Why the fuck would she need to learn to swim when she can water walk? This is a waste of fucking time when he could be helping her learn a new fire jutsu. Though, this thought just sets a new pit in her stomach, as she remembers her complete lack of progress on that front too. As is her way, she immediately attempts to discharge this frustration through a string of cutting words, though to her shock and horror, just like the rest of her, her mouth is completely locked up.
Ava. Ava! Drag me to hell, she's completely frozen up again. For the record, this is why I said stop using that seal. But being the damn annoying little brat she is, she refused to. And now look where it's gotten her. Normally, I'd just say this is what she gets for insubordination, and maybe leave her down there for a little bit. But that would obviously do more harm than good. And for once, it seems like she wasn't actually trying to be a pain in my ass, and instead trigger the damn thing by accident. Whatever that weird golden shield of hers is. I was at least hoping if she was gonna be disobedient, she'd get some control over it. But this is kinda like, if not much worse than what happened back in the land of whirlpools. From what I can tell, it's definitely a stress response. Like she's putting up a wall of gold to protect herself from the world. And maybe it's more accurate to say she's retreating into a shell of some kind. When it comes down to it, I guess lots of people do those things figuratively. But I've met very few people in life, ninja or not, with the ability or chakra capable of doing so quite so literally. And even that's an exaggeration, since I didn't really get to see that Gar, the Sanjin Cherokee kid during the Leaf Crush. But I pretty clearly remember Senpai telling me that even at an age that young, his defenses were so well trained and impervious that the kid had never even bled before, much less felt what it was like to be vulnerable or scared of someone stronger than you, at least until he fought Senpai's students. And speaking of that, it makes me wonder even further, am I dealing with some kind of seal demon, or is it a new curse mark after all? I can't afford to keep getting surprised by it either way. Am I a bad teacher for putting her in this state? Or any of them? I've already failed to properly manage one of my students' mental health. And now here's another one. Though this time, the cause is my action rather than my inaction. Feels like I'm always damned to get dragged to hell no matter what I do. The whole point of this training had been to prove that strength grows with time, so early failures are to be expected. But today has been far worse than I anticipated, since I generally figured the worst that could happen is she goes under for a few seconds. Then I'd maybe have to pull her out, pat her back till she coughs up the water and complains about it getting in her nose. But this, for lack of a better term, gives her pretty solid ground to argue on for once.
Seriously, I've got to get to the bottom of what kind of trauma this kid has around water. And why does she insist on playing every little thing so close to her damn chest? I thought maybe after our little bonding session over being fucked up monsters, as she put it, that it might have finally dawned on her that I've already experienced most of what these kids are going through. But I guess not. Getting about time I face facts that these kids probably hate me. And I still can't really blame them for it. And that doesn't mean there isn't work to do, though. Maybe for however long she's stuck like this, unable to mouth off. We'll reflect on all that. But even if she doesn't, I should probably go check on Nanimo and make sure he hasn't permanently become a puddle in keeping with my recent track record. I'm also really trying to be wise and keep an eye on Hikari, since I don't like the idea of her being alone right now. At the same time, watching her through her ghost doesn't feel right at the moment either. But I can at least feel that it still exists, and that's enough to know that nothing serious has happened to make it dissipate from her shadow. Alright, enough stalling. Time to lug up this heavy-ass golden brat and get her back to camp. Speaking of, after the pretty rough day I imagine all three of the kids had, it might be worthwhile to handle dinner myself again, and think up something fun for all of us to do tonight, so that way they don't get too distracted or discouraged. Maybe some sort of game.